taking a look. Gold Lucio. And we're about to find out what map it was. Oh, it's Oasis, that's right.
Welcome to Oasis.
So it's low gold.
Select your hero.
Let's see what we end up with here. Oh my lord, what the fuck? Okay. It is gold, so of course we're gonna get some weird things. Okay, so we have triple DPS, triple dive DPS, solo tank diva, Brig Lucio heals. So we have 0 heals, no main tank, 3 DPS. Seems about gold, man. Seems gold, man. Unlucky. Lucio is a main healer. Oh my goodness. Your team never takes damage. Lucio is the perfect main healer. Touche. Touche, touche. Alrighty. Let's see what we get into here. Yeah, exactly. Just don't take damage, forehead. Yeah, I hate Baguette too, Diamondback.
Let's go left side, yeah. Main.
Okay, we come through main. Could have sped our team out of spawn there, just to make sure they get in.
Roadhog, they have Roadhog Mercy.
So good calls. We call it they have Roadhog Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, that hook there. Unfortunate to peek there. You have good movement. I do like that. You made it. Oh, you got sim-orbed. Feels bad. You do have good movement, which is really good. I would have tried to go back with your team, though, instead of going for the long flank here. That is a hell of an unlucky shot. So good comms from you, actually. Biggest thing on Lucio is you do want to stay somewhat in range of your team. Or at least if you're going to go on a flank, have a plan to get back off of that flank. Especially when you're kind of a primary healer, unfortunately.
Focus soldier on the left side.
So it's good that you're calling focus, but always be aware of what your team can and can't focus, right? So here we're calling Roadhog to focus, which is actually okay, because he has used Vape, so he has no heal. No Vape means no heal. But like when the soldier is positioned here, and you're... You didn't see that, Monka TOS. The soldier, the 76 is here, and you're over here. Your teammates can't help you push this guy because they can't see him, but they can help you push this guy. So when you're making calls, always think about what can your teammates actually help you push. Big dick energy, exactly. But you want to make sure that you are like it's a target that you guys actually can focus.
Road's down.
Normally, I would say don't boop to finish a kill, but it costs 0 ammo now, so I guess I can't really tell you not to do that. But you always have to be careful of it, because especially when people do get pocketed, or like you go for the boop kill and they don't actually die, it puts them out of range for you to finish them. So you always have to be really careful. It's always better to finish with just another set of primary fire or with melee.
They're on point, on point, on point. On point, on point, on point.
So you're stalling, but you have to make sure you look at, like, look for the thing that is, like, contesting and try and kill it. Nice melee. So even when you're contesting, like, make sure you look for the person who's contesting on their team.
There's also a McCree. McCree's left side.
So I would actually, like, utilize wall riding a little bit more. You kind of play on the ground.
Soldier on point, soldier on point, soldier on point.
Ooh, nice shot.
Right.
And good boost there to save yourself. So I would try and avoid... Oh! Okay, we got a beat. Nice. This is a good beat. This is so chaotic to watch. You know, when you said you were mumbling and tilted, I was expecting a lot worse than this. You actually are not playing too terribly. Nice shots. You're not playing too terribly. Like, minor gripes, but I think Lucio wall riding is a lot easier now. It would be in your benefit to utilize it. You seem to have pretty decent aim. Like, I get that it's console, so I don't know how much aim assist helps with that. But, you're doing pretty well, like, landing your primary fire on targets, which is the primary way that Lucio is going to build ult charge here. And he won it. Pog champ! So, how is this going to become a disaster? Where is this going to go? But again, very minor mistakes for someone in this gold. When did they remove the ammo cost? Didn't it cost 4 ammo before? It cost 5 ammo before. I think they took it out... They took it out the same patch that he got the wall ride buff. Which I think was 3 patch cycles ago, if I recall correctly. Nixel would have won if they just used this strat. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it used to cost ammo to use boop, so you had to use it intelligently, whereas now you just kind of get it for free. Someday you'll learn rollouts. Ooh, I would not boop into a DVDM. Ah, get out of there, dude! Run! Feels bad. You got stuck in a wall. Booping Diva DM. Unlucky. Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Reaper, Forget, Mercy, Genji, Tracer.
Okay, good calls once again.
They're only running 1 tank.
So the good news is they're only running 1 tank, and you guys are running triple DPS, so you should just win. Because, like, if you just elite their tank, you win the game. Which I think is what's going to happen. Especially since you guys have speed boost. You have the soldier who can self-heal, the tracer who can somewhat take care of herself, and you're calling. You're staying on this Mercy, which is huge here.
Mercy's middle, Mercy's main, Mercy's on point. On point, going to the left side.
Yes, this chase on the Mercy is huge. We eventually got the team to focus on her and killed her. But again, I would utilize wall riding and utilize, like, corners, especially on wall riding, to chase after people, like, way better. Because if you boost off of walls, you gain so much extra speed. Do not engage close range on a Junkrat. I do like that you tab often, which is good. We're gonna return to the team here. Your team is in their spawn killing them.
Sims, Genji's
Sim. So you actually have good comms here. You have really good comms. Your comms are strong. I don't know how you would consider this mumbling or like tilting. Like this is really good.
Genji's below point.
I wouldn't chase him there. I would wait for him to come to you. Because now you're stuck in the bottom when you could be on point. Is this a win? Are you just gonna win this game? Or are they gonna cap? Oh, it's a 20-minute game, so maybe they are gonna turn it around and cap here.
Points lost, reset.
So, okay, in scenarios like this, where it's 83% in our favor, and they are trying to cap, and they are using, bless you, Elia, they are using investing ultimates, right? They're investing ultimates because they need to win. With 15% left on the board, this is their last fight. So what you can do here, actually, is take turns running onto the point, especially as Lucio, you have incredible stall potential. And what you want to do is to just stall this out. Don't invest any ultimates into this at all. Like, don't commit ultimates to try and win the fight, except that the fight is lost, but try and stall this out to 99%. Because then you only have to win 1 fight to win, to flip it back over and win the game. And they have to invest everything they have, every single fight, to maintain point control. So I would not regroup here. I would die on point. I would fight and die on point.
My ultimate is charging. Group up with me.
So now, unfortunately, because we let them cap, you're going to have to try and get out here. See, that was a good boost off of the wall there to get yourself maximum damage. Or maximum boost. I would not... Oh, you just fed and staggered yourself. So, if you had gotten that kill, it would have been pretty nice because it would have forced them... They would have forced them to... They do have a mercy. It would have forced them to res. And then you could have sped boost out. But you should not have committed onto the Junkrat. Because you called for your team to regroup. And we flipped the point over. And now you've staggered yourself. So they get 10% on the point. They're going to get another free 10% while you spawn. And they're probably going to get at least 5% more while you regroup. So that I would not be surprised that they're going to get a free 35% or more off of this point because you staggered.
Oh, he picked up the mini, dude. They rolled it back.
Okay, so they're blading.
I'm moving.
We're going to beat this. I would have made sure to beat more.
David's half.
So let's back up, actually. We speed boost in here, which is good. And we managed to flip the point over, which is insane. So I would have not let the momentum carry me all the way over here to beat. Because your team is all behind this line. And I think there are people who didn't get the beat.
I'm moving.
Yeah, so there's people coming back. I guess this person was never going to get the beat regardless because it looks like they're coming back from spawn. But your diva isn't going to get the beat at all because you're all the way over here. So this like giant wall blocks it. So I would have tried to drop the beat somewhere in here to make sure everybody gets it. Because the Genji is still far away, right? Like you heard him blade, but you didn't see him, which means he has to dash into your team to try and get any kills. So in fact, if you just like drop the beat right here, it just completely negates his blade because he has to invest everything to get into you that he doesn't have a dash to sort of put extra damage into somebody and try and kill them. So I would have protected your diva here. All right. So we're on their diva. That's a good boop. Okay, I don't know if it was intentional or not. I really don't know if it was intentional or not. We're gonna rewatch it. So you booped her straight up. And this is huge as Lucio. Because boops in this game are busted AF. When you boop people straight up, boops in this game are busted. It completely, you lose like 90% of your control as a player when you're booped straight up vertically. Like you can kind of strafe a little bit to the left and the right or backwards and forwards, but like you can't make yourself, generally speaking, go any higher unless you're like a demecking diva, and you can't make yourself go any lower. So it means that if someone's knocked straight in the air, their momentum and arc is pretty much locked, which means their crit boxes, in the case of like a diva, it's this massive thing here, is pretty much locked in a very slow, predictable arc, which is a great way to get huge amounts of damage into people, especially as Lucio. So a really strong tactic to get in extra damage as Lucio is like, actually, let me open it up. Let me open up Overwatch and see if I can replicate what I'm trying to explain.
A few moments later.
Accelerate.
Okay, so if I boop somebody up,
Push on.
that's kind of a bad example because it hits the thing. Can I do it from here?
Get back.
You see how that's like way easier to land headshots because it's so much slower?
Step to this. Step to this. Step to this. Step to this.
Okay, I missed every single shot there, but you can see how it follows this like arc. That like if you practice it and you get used to it,
Push on.
you can kill people and put a ton of damage into them before they've hit the ground. Which I think as Lucio is really scary. Also, the Lucio changes are live, so you can just hold spacebar and you'll like never fall off walls. It's ridiculous. Like it's actually ridiculous.
Accelerate.
Anyways, that's what I wanted to explain. Was juggling people as Lucio is really, really, really powerful. I never said it was easy, but it's a thing you can do. It's a really useful piece of Lucio tech where if you're someone who wants to learn Lucio or get really, really effective with Lucio, you should learn how to juggle people by booping them straight upwards. It's really, really strong. Because even if you miss like a handful of shots, it makes it easier for all your teammates as well to hit that person.
He was 1 on point. Let's go. Retire.
Oh, the tire kills too. Oh, they're contesting! That was so close, they almost C9 it! Oh, the trap! This is so close to a win! Good attempt to stall there, they did focus you. Looks like it's time to regroup. Again, they only have 19%, so you still have plenty of time to take another fight. Does Genji count as a healer since he can deflect Moira and Ana orbs? Or Ana and Moira orbs. I mean, good luck doing anything to negate Moira orb. The hitbox on that shit is busted as hell. This is time for a full reset. We're just staggering in. I think you're gonna lose this off of stagger, if I'm being honest. This is where, like, we're gonna have 6 people slowly running onto point 1 at a time. Right? Like, 2 people are dead. And they're both now respawning. And our brig is going in, and you're going in. Oh, hey, she didn't die. Our Tracer died, though. We traded. Oh. In that case, you want to boop the road. So, if Roadhog hooks a teammate and you're Lucio and you have boop, you always want to boop the Roadhog straight up. Because it makes it impossible for him to hit the headshot or the melee on the person he's hooked. So you always want to displace him, so that he doesn't, like, get the insta-kill on people that he hooks.
Underneath, I'm pushing him.
I would not push a Roadhog as Lucio. I would just leave that guy be. Oh, you're lucky he missed that hook.
Road's pushing back up to point half. Road's 1 on point. 1 on point, they need help. Oh my god.
He is not 1 on point, he has vape, and you're gonna get hooked. And your teammates were dying on point, so do not push a Roadhog.
A few moments later.
So we're still staggering really hard. And you're gonna get hooked. We just staggered! Why?
I built him and he didn't move at all.
So this is, again, 6 people, 1 at a time, throwing themselves onto the point, instead of just going onto the point as 6 people. Do you think they should make it so if Hanzo gets nanoed, all of his storm arrows turn into scatter arrows? Holy shit! That would be amazing! It would be awful, but amazing. Alright, so now we're double hit scan Tracer.
Can we get a Roadhog?
With the Diva.
And a Mercy. That might be good.
It instantly leaves the voice channel. Unlucky. What time zone are you in? I am Mountain Standard Time. So, the good old -7. So we're playing on Jump Pad, accomplishing not much. So we lived through the flashbang because we booped him. Nice. Take your time on this. Yes! You're huge. Good melee. Heal yourself up, though. Okay, nice. I would be calling a target or trying to figure out what your teammates are shooting and shooting that with them. Because you have huge potential. There's a trap behind you that I don't think you saw it. But you have huge potential as Lucio. There it is again. You have huge potential as Lucio to deal a lot of damage. And the primary way as Lucio, you are going to generate beat is not through healing, it's going to be through damage dealt. Thank you so much. I'm loving your stream so far. Oh, well, thank you, Champagne. I hope you have an amazing time. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hanzo should have a heat-seeking arrow that always headshots from anywhere on the map. Yeah, I want that. Give it to me right now. Give it to me right meow, Blizzard. I would not be contesting this. The reason being, there is no reason when they have 20, they're about to have 20% cap. We've just lost a bunch of our team. We gain nothing out of stalling this at all. Like, this is literally 6 people feeding over and over and over again. And that's how we're gonna lose this, is we have 6 people just feeding out of their minds. I like how Dio, who plays Hanzo, agrees that Hanzo's broken. I love Hanzo, but that shit's busted. The minute I saw the changes, I was like, this shit's gonna be so good and so broken, and like, I'm happy, but I hate it. Because I'm like, finally Hanzo's not a throw pick, but now Hanzo's the only pick. Like, congrats, if you're a DPS main in this meta, you get to play Hanzo every game. Smile. So we still haven't regrouped. We did manage to pick the Lucio. We're gonna get the monkey! Huge! Okay, winnable. So now we only need to get on one target. We're on the D.Va.
D.Va's right side, D.Va. D.Va's one. Hey, jump ground point.
Nice. We won it! But this really is... Oh, you tried to get the D.Va, you're huge! So you have a good understanding of the basic Lucio mechanics, but you and your team need to not feed 1v6 over and over, and you would be winning these games much easier. And get a little bit more used to riding walls, I think. Because you don't wall climb ever, and you're constantly playing on the low ground. Whereas as Lucio, you have the option always to be playing above people on walls and shooting down at them, which makes their head hitboxes bigger and your head hitbox smaller from their perspective. So now we're going to be playing to stall. As we lose people here, we want to play for stall. So you see this hog? You want to dodge that hook. Unlucky. Kind of got caught in the middle there. I would have ridden the thing around to get to the top. I would have tried to stay in the center of that piece. Or, like, the center top of the piece, not the center inside. But we're still stalling. We're still stalling, which is good here. No, stall it! We want to stall here. No, stall! You want that free percentage? Get on the point! No, we talked about this earlier, so I won't beat the dead horse, but this is the time when you want to get on the point. Oh my fucking god, it's huge! This is so winnable! Imagine what would have happened if we had never given up the point here. We would still be getting percentage.
Roadhog's one shot on left foot. Roadhog's on left side. Focus Roadhog. Nice.
All right, let's get back on point. We can recap this.
Move back on point. D.Va's back in mech. D.Va's back out mech. Let's go.
I'm glad that you're vocal as a Lucio player, though.
I'm healing. Hey, jump on point.
Okay, where did you hear that? You gotta think. You gotta listen to sound cues, right? If you watch that again.
Let's go. I'm healing. Hey, jump on point.
You hear it, right? And where it sounds like it's coming from is this, like, top corner area. Which means the only place he can be is on the high ground. So you actually want to, like, wall ride backwards to get out of LOS here. So sound cues are super important.
I got ulted.
Man, so we lose this off of the fact that we gave up the point.
I'm coming back to point.
We're so close to recapping too.
We got this. Let's go.
We capped it! Yay! And now we just have to stall. We have to stall so hard. Oh, you got bashed. That's so unlucky. And the break's back. Oh, stop going inside here, dude. You don't want to fight inside there with a hog and a D.Va and a brig. You do not want to fight those people close range. In that situation, you want to utilize the map and go surfing. And just try and stall for as much time as possible.
Come on, we got this, we got this.
Wait! We're 99!
Same
Holy
point.
shit! No way! We're gonna
got this,
lose
we got this, we got
this!
this, we
Oh,
got
that
this. Let's go.
sucks.
I'm holding a point.
Okay, you had to ult.
Get back as soon as possible. I killed Lucio's down. Lucio's
Stop
down.
going inside! Just try and stall. Stall the point. Don't panic! Stay calm, but you need to rotate and heal your Ryan here. Okay.
Fuck off, dude! I boomed you. There's no way you should have hit me or anything. Alright, let's go. We got this thing.
Like, okay, so this frantic movement... Okay. So, frantic movement... Frantic movement is good stall. Right? It makes it really hard for people to hit you and predict you. It lets you live for long times. It's bad sustain. It makes it impossible for you to contribute, right? You can't shoot accurately and really engage in fights, and you can't heal anybody any amount of HP that's useful. So this frantic movement is good when you need to stall the point and just keep the point contested for as long as possible while keeping yourself alive. But if you keep doing it, even as your teammates return to the fight and are ready to help you recontest and keep the point in your favor, it just turns into autopiloting, right? Because right now you're just riding this center point in, like, you're basically doing this motion around this center point. You're just doing a figure 8 from the inside of the center point, right? You go here, you go outside, you come back in, and you go back around. You're just doing a figure 8 over and over and over again. And it doesn't contribute anything to the fight, right? You're not dealing any particularly useful amount of damage to a particular person, right? So nobody's dying. You're not healing anybody who's returning. You're not taxiing anybody back. You're just existing. And unfortunately, one person just existing is good stall, but it's not going to be good enough to win the map.
Oh no, dude. Come on, let me live. No, dude.
Yes, you just didn't even see the trap. And they're just slowly gonna kill everybody. And that's the loss. Okay. So things to actually talk about. Things to work on, I think. 1, surfing. Get into the custom games. There's a bunch of, like, Lucio surfing custom games. Get into them, practice wall riding, and getting comfortable moving around on walls. Ideally, like, the ideal perfect Lucio can wall ride and shoot at the same time. So they can ride on the wall and they can shoot. Wall riding makes it hard for people to hit you. Shooting is the primary way that you're going to build your ultimate charge as Lucio. It's not going to be through healing. 2, stall versus engage. Right? Lucio kind of has these 2 modes. He has this like, I'm going to stall the payload, or I'm going to stall the point for as long as possible. My goal is not to kill anything, it's just to be annoying and exist really hard. And then there's the tactical engaging Lucio, which is I'm going to put a ton of damage into a target. I'm going to speed my tanks into a target. I'm going to use my heal boost to keep people going in the middle of a fight. I am going to take a fight. And you need to read the kill feed and the situation to figure out what is happening. And third thing is stall when you have control. So there were 2 instances where we had the opportunity to stall to 99% and we didn't, and we lost the map we lost both of those maps as a result. So when you have control of a King of the Hill map, it is always worth it. If you have control, even if the fight is lost, don't invest ultimates. Just contest, right? Just burn as much time and as much ultimate from the enemy team as possible, because they have to take that point from you to win the game. And if you invest nothing and they have to invest everything to take the point from you, it means it's that much easier for you to go into the next fight and to win it. And a fourth thing, don't feed. Do not trickle in and take 1v1s, or like greedy, like going for greedy kills. If you want your team to regroup, you have to be that leader as Lucio. You have to be that person that people can group on. You can't call for a regroup and then go in and die. Because the speed boost that they rely on to taxi them back to regroup and go into the next fight is dead if you do that. Just don't feed forehand. Exactly. Just don't feed. But that wasn't terrible. But some key mistakes really did punish this. The stagger hurt this match so badly. So badly. So badly. Still have trouble making sure I read the kill feed? It is tough. It is a thing you kind of get there. You get there with time and with effort. Be conscious of it. Be conscious of making an effort to look at it, and eventually it will become second nature. You won't have to think about it. Okay, so thank you for sharing your VOD with me and letting me VOD review it. Much appreciated. So that was Lucio, 2183 on Oasis.
So taste you. Remember